Hey everybody, Billy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something small for your motorcycle, but something that most riders forget about, but your bike certainly doesn't. It is air filters and why you might want to think about upgrading your air filters on your BMW R1300 GSA or other motorbikes for that matter. So let's get into a discussion about what the air filters do first of all and why it could be important to upgrade them. So if that's of interest to you, stay tuned and let's get into it. So the good news is that changing your air filter on your motorbike is probably one of the easiest jobs that you can do. Typically the paper filter, the OEM paper filter that comes with the R1300 GSA is typically good for a few thousand miles before it gets clogged up and you will need to change it. Typically the paper ones are one-time use. What I would recommend that you do as quickly as you can is to upgrade to a performance air filter. This is the PO8 from Sprint Filters. There's a link in the video description down below to this one particularly. And this one is a lifelong filter, easy to clean and easy to maintain, and you'll never have to change it. So I'm going to talk to you about why I'm upgrading to the PO8 air filter from Sprint Filters, and then I'm going to show you how to change it on the R1300 GSA. Really straightforward, simple job. Anybody can do it. So let's get on with it. So the first reason that I've upgraded to the PO8 from Sprint Filter is because of the air delivery or the airflow from this filter. It delivers a higher airflow than the OEM paper version, and that means better engine breathing. In independent testing, the PO8 outperformed leading brand air filters and also in some cases some racing air filters as well. The mesh inside is a single polyester patented mesh, and that enables a higher delivery of airflow. So this can translate to smoother throttle response, better power delivery, and also better fuel economy, and especially noticeable when you're doing a little bit of spirited riding on the BMW. So that's the first reason that I've upgraded to the PO8 from Sprint Filter. So the second reason for upgrading to the PO8 from Sprint Filter is the way that the filtration mesh has been designed and built. So the diameter of the woven thread is between 22 and 70 microns. It means that the filtration mesh has a capacity between 37 and 80 microns. Now, what does all of that mean? Well, it means essentially that the smallest particles that this can filter is 80 microns. So what do any of those numbers really mean in practical terms? Well, sand can range in diameter from 62 to 2000 microns, and typical sand is around about 150 to 400 microns. So the PO8 from Sprint Filters is going to be a minimum filtration capacity of 80 microns. So you're going to capture most of the debris that flies around in small micron sizes off the road before it enters your engine. So another reason for upgrading to the PO8 on your R1300 GS or GSA is because of low maintenance, long life. So unlike foam or cotton filters that require washing, drying and potentially oiling as well, the PO8 is a dry filter and all it requires is compressed air blown through the filter to clean it, and it is a lifelong filter in that regard. So it is brilliant for those that like to do lots of mileage with minimal fuss as well. So the last and final reason for upgrading your air filters on your GS and GSA to the PO8 from Sprint Filter is that the PO8 is proven in high performance environments. It's engineered, designed using the same materials that MotoGP and World Superbikes use in their racing motorcycles. And that really does count for something. It means that it's going to far outperform anything that you or I as adventure riders are going to be able to throw at it on our bikes. So hopefully those are a number of good reasons for you to consider upgrading your air filters on your GS and GSA. If you have decided to do that and you want to know how to do it, stay tuned. Let's get on with installing the air filters on my GSA. Right, so to get to the air filters and replace them, we need to take this panel off and this long black panel here as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 T25 bolts to just loosen off first of all. So I like to loosen them by hand first of all.
or using a torque wrench, just so that they are unscrew them by hand then. These three on this panel here have plastic bungs on them, or plastic washers I should say, so don't forget to take those with you as well. That's three. So that's that plate off first of all. This doesn't have a plastic washer on it, that one. So now that that's off, we can take this off now. You've got to be careful with this lip here because there are plastic inserts that attach to this that slide in to locators on the blue panel here. So what you need to do is lift up, just pop it first, if you can, from this side. There we go. And then just work your way along. So see what I did there? I lifted upwards. So these plastic arms here slot into these here. So that's why you need to push up, if you can, to release this. So the air filter sits underneath here. So these are T25s again. So let's take this one out first. So that's one. For the other bolts, I need an adapter for a longer head Torx. So I need that, and then I have a long, thinner head that I just need to get inside here with to take this one out. So that's ready. Now, there we go. So there we go, there's a long screw. Let's put that safe. Let's take out the air filter. Okay, so that just comes out of there. So it sits like that, so it goes in upside down. Come out like that. And then that will sit on there like that. And that is how it goes back in. So we take that out. That sits there like so.